next contestant up on this show tonight is none other than Elimelech Adler, guitar and harmonica. Let's see what they have in store for us. Elimelech, how are you this evening? Excellent. Is that good for you? I usually don't get set up and everything. You know what? Let me ask you a question. Where are you from?
Passaic.
Passaic, New Jersey. And what brings you on stage out here tonight?
Well, I'm here because I have a tremendous amount of hakaras hatov to Rccs. A tremendous amount of personal hakaras hatov.
Tell us why.
A couple of months ago, my son had gone off the camp, and he was looking forward. He was looking forward all winter. And about a week in, he calls me. He says, "Ta, don't get nervous, but what the head learning Rebbe said I didn't look well, and he sent me to the nurse. And the nurse looked at me and she said that I look anemic. I'm not quite sure what that is." I said, "So what do they want you to do?" She said she wants me to see the doctor. And the next day, my son Michal saw the doctor, and the doctor took one look at him. He says, "We got to do blood work fast. You don't look good." He says, "I feel fine. I feel great." He says, "Yeah, but you need to get a blood test fast." And the next day they went out. It was the 4th of July. Most places were closed, but they found the place that was open. And that was on a Wednesday. Thursday morning, I got a call from the nurse. She said, "Mr. Adler, I don't know how to tell you this, but your son needs to go home, and he needs to see your pediatrician immediately. This is not something we can deal with here." I said, "What's going on?" He says, the blood counts were not right. It's definitely not something that should be taken care of it by a camp doctor." And my heart sank, because you never want to get a call like that. So my son took a bus home. I picked him up, and we quickly went to the doctor. And the doctor, pediatrician, looks at it and she says, "Do you have any unexplained black and blue marks by any chance?" And my son says, "Oh yeah, I do, here, and I was just sitting on the change, and on the side, my side over here, I have like a little black and blue mark." She says, "Well, considering the blood counts and considering the results, you need to see a hematologist as soon as possible." And I had this sinking feeling like this is going someplace where I'm not going to have any control. I don't know what's going to go on. I'm not sure if my son knew what a hematologist was at that time. So I quickly called my father and I said, "Who do we know that can help us?" He says, "Yosef Chaim Golding, let's call him, because he was with RCCS and maybe he can guide us." And we called Yosef Chaim, and a short while later, I got a call back from someone who I only found out yesterday. Told me, he says, "Oh, by the way, you didn't know the other half. I was about to make a Wachnach that night. And literally as we were about to start, I got the call. So I dropped everything and to look into the help you needed." He says, "Do me a favor." He says, "Send me a copy of your insurance card and the blood results." So I sent them over. And very quickly afterwards, he calls me back and says, "Okay, here's what you need to do. You need to go to Columbia Presbyterian Hospital now. Don't wait till tomorrow. There's a doctor waiting for you there." I said, "What?" I said, "I don't know about an insurance." He says, "Diagnosed. Don't worry about it." He says, "We saw the insurance that you had. We saw the issues in the blood work. This is where you need to go, and you need to go now. When you're dealing with these type of issues, you don't go for a second opinion. Now's not the time." I didn't want to scare my son. I said, "Michal, we got to take a trip to the hospital. The numbers are a little off." He says, "When I get back to camp?" I said, "We'll see, hopefully soon." I kind of got the sense, especially when the doctor pointed out the black and blue marks, I got the sense we're going to go to the hospital and we're going to be there for a while. So I didn't want to scare him. I said, don't bring Shabbos close with you." He ended up staying for 5 weeks. And I can tell you that because of the guidance that we got from RCCS, my son Michal Simcha ben Chanasar got the right care from the right doctor. when you're struggling, you don't know what to do. Your whole world comes crumbling down. What am I supposed to do now? What do I know from doctors, from oncology, from blood tests, from white blood cell counts? Who knows? But it was with the Yishuv Hadas that I know that we were told to go this hospital. Now, this is what you do, this is where you need to be. That I knew we were making the right decision. And Chazdei Hashem, Michal is moving along nicely. Now, we're by no means are we out of the woods, but Baruch Hashem, things are moving along beautifully because of the care and the advice, the guidance that we got. And without that, I don't know what we would be doing now. We were in the hospital, and I brought a guitar with me, and I just found myself singing this one song again and again and again.
So I want to say the words that I have no words to say to you right now, just beautiful, and I wish your son Refuah Shlema. And the more stories I hear about Rccs and what they do for a family like yours and so many families out there, the reason that we're here tonight and everyone's watching, stories that Rccs helps and that your son should have Refuah Shlema, is why we're here. And I see you're shaking, I'm shaking, and I ask, I from the deepest depths of my heart, I ask, help us exceed our goal. Help us get to where we need to go so we can continue our mission. I want to thank you.
So, in the hospital, I found myself singing this again and again and again. Shama bikirbi, kol zman. Shan shama bikirbi, kol zman. Shan shama bikirbi, kol zman. Shan shama bikirbi, moide ani.
Melech, thank you so much. That's so moving. I have to apologize, but I have to give you a hug. Such pitter-patter. I was just got in my heart from Eli Melech over here. Let's just move to the judges real quick. Country Yossi, we'll start with you.
I was moved to my core by your story. I mean, it's heartbreaking, and I think anybody watching here tonight would have to have a heart of stone not to be moved enough to call in and make a contribution to RCCS. And, of course, you get a 10 from me.
Morty?
Did you write that song?
No, I think it's Mati Steinmetz's song, I believe.
Oh, wow. Not holding. That was amazing. I was so moved by that.
You're
That
up
was so
now.
beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's very hopeful, and it says that what comes from the heart goes to the heart, and the way you sang it, the way you really meant it, the amazing hope that you have is truly amazing. As a parent, I don't know how you are so strong, and it's amazing that RCCS has done what it's done to help you and your family, and just amazing. I'm blown away.
And Barry?
First of all, there's so much to say, and I'm really in a loss of words. But what I can say is the fact that you chose to sing next to your sick child a song of praise, Moida Ani, that's something so messianic and futuristic and complete. Sometimes I go to the hospital and I sing for sick children. I think to myself, how's it fair that I walk, I walk healthy, and I just finished a coffee or whatever, and then there's a little child suffering and lying in bed with pain. How's it fair? But we don't know the ways of Hashem, but that's for sure that Hashem chooses his heroes. He takes the best of his army, he sends them to the most difficult place, and those are definitely the neshamas, the heroes. So I'd like to wish your son Michal Simcha ben Chanasar Refuah Shalema, Tachshar Chal Yisrael, and you inspired us all. Keep up the chizik, keep on thanking Hashem, because we know that everything that's seemingly bad is really good. We don't understand why, but that's the attitude that you should have, and everybody should.
Eli Melech, thank you very much. I thought we were here to give you chizik, you and then gave us chizik. We appreciate it so much. Thank you so much.
At this point, it's been a little more than a year, and Baruch Hashem, things are moving along well. Our son still has a few months of treatment to go, but Chazdei Hashem, things are moving along well. I wanted to take this opportunity, though, to thank you, the volunteers, for the time, for the effort, for the energy, for everything that you've put in to make these things possible. There's so much that would not happen without you. There's so much that would not be possible. So I wanted to give you a personal Yasher Koyach. Our son has benefited so much from RCCS. In so many ways, we've benefited. I wanted to give you a personal thank you. Yasher Koyach, Yasher Koyach. The Rebbe Shem should pay you back many, many times over for all that you've done for our family. Tiskel Mitzvahs.